Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem just touching down in El Salvador moments ago, where she will tour the high-security prison holding migrants recently deported by the Trump administration. And the administration alleges they are violent gang members, calling them the worst of the worst. NewsNation's Allie Bradley is live for us in Eagle Pass, Texas. So, Allie, what can we expect from the secretary's visit today?
Yeah, hey, Nichole. So we know that DHS Secretary Kristi Noem just touched down, wheels down in El Salvador, where she is slated to tour the tourist confinement center, that really controversial prison that's over in El Salvador. She'll be touring that with the Minister of Justice there. And then she is set to meet with the El Salvador president, Bukele, there as well, which the Trump administration has touted as a partner in these deportation efforts. Now, we know that just a little over a week ago, the Trump administration sent 261 illegal immigrants to El Salvador, saying that they were all either Tren de Aragua or MS-13 members, now both of which have been designated as terrorist organizations by the Trump administration. El Salvador's president, Bukele, saying that they will be held there for a year. That's a contract that they have, but that contract is renewable. You're looking at a live picture there of the DHS secretary being greeted in El Salvador right now. So we heard earlier from President Trump in a press conference doubling down on those deportation flights to El Salvador, calling out those dangerous gang members. Here's what President Trump had to say on that.
These are the worst gang members there are. They looked amazingly frail, though. By the way they were handled. It's very amazing. You know, they weren't, when they were in Colorado cutting the fingers off a man because he made a phone call to the police, they seemed a lot tougher then than they did when they were having their heads shaved and they were in shackles. They're tough people. They're bad people. We don't want them in our country. I want to thank the president. He's a friend of mine.
Now, both sides have praised each other's kind of partnership in these deportation efforts, but controversy has been swirling around the move of removing those gang members to El Salvador, because some family members of some of those individuals that have been taken to that prison, they say that they're not gang members, and they say that they deserve due process. So we've seen kind of a back and forth between the Trump administration and some federal judges there, where the judge is reviewing whether the government ignored his directive, of course, escalating tensions with the courts there. And Nichole, was really interesting because El Salvador's president actually tweeted after the judge came down with that ruling about the removal of those under the Alien Enemies Act. And he said, oops, too late, because that flight was already apparently in the air, according to the Trump administration. Now, those individuals are all, of course, there right now. And the secretary is slated to visit with Mexico's president, Claudia Sheinbaum, over just across the border here on Friday. So her week is being set up to be pretty busy here. Nichole.
All right. Allie Bradley live for us there in Texas. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.